So tell me, of all the phone apps that you've installed for your trips, how many do you really use? So today I'm going to share with you some of the phone apps that I really use when we travel to South Korea. If you're ready, let's do it. Hello Korea fans and friends, it's your travel buddy Carlo, and thanks for watching the KK Life. So here in this channel we give tips and show vlogs about Korea. Our goal is for you to have a fun and worthwhile experience during your vacation in Korea. Okay, so phone apps. What I really like about today's world is that it's pretty convenient to travel. If you don't understand something, you can look it up and find out the translation. If you don't know how to go somewhere, just download a phone app and it will take you there, it will help take you there. So here are the phone apps that I have on my phone. Okay, the first app I'm going to share with you is Naver Maps. Now Naver Maps is probably my most highly recommended app, and if you're going to Korea, make sure to have it on your phone. It's available on both Android and iOS. And what I really like about this is if you're going to a place and then you just type in your destination, it's going to give you your route options, including bus options and subway options. So technically you don't really need a subway app anymore to survive if you want to go to a certain place. All you need to do is download Naver Maps. It's the only app that you technically really need. Everything else you can just use Safari or Google, Google everything. So Naver's map is both in Korean and English, so you won't have any trouble translating or anything like that. What I like about it too is it has Street View just like Google, and it also has a walking map, which is super important because I think it's one of the only apps that has a walking map of South Korea. Oh, you know what's so cool about Naver Maps too is it has a biking trail map. If you're biking, you can actually use that option, biking trail, which is super cool. My next app is Google Maps. Now, if you're wondering, I already have Naver Maps. Why do I use Google? So the truth is, I kind of don't use Naver Maps a lot. And the reason for that is I'm just super used to Google Maps. So even though I have Naver on my phone, I don't use it super often. The only time I actually use Naver Maps is for the walking map. And why is that? I know that Google has a walking map, but the problem is if you type in location in South Korea, it will give you all the other options except for the walking map. Like, it doesn't give you that option. But like I said, you actually don't need to use Google anymore. All you need to do is use Naver and you'll be fine with that. So again, it's pretty similar, except that Google doesn't have a walking map. Both have transportation details. It will tell you which buses to ride. It will tell you which subway station options you can take. It will even tell you the transfers and all that. Both Naver and Google can show you that. All right, next app, Subway Korea app. I think this is from the government, I'm not sure, but I think so. So this app is a supplement, and I'd recommend that you still install it, even though I said that you actually don't need it. I mean, essentially, you don't need it, but practically, I'd recommend you download it because it's very useful. It gives you an overview of where you're going. It's also very interactive, wherein you can punch in like where you're gonna go and then where you're gonna start in terms of the stations and where you're gonna end. It's gonna show you how much the fare is. It's also gonna show you like where you're gonna transfer, when the next train will arrive. It also shows you like the first trip and last trip details as well. What I really like about this app is it gives you options on which routes to take. So you can take, it has an option for the fastest route, and it also has an option for the fewest transfers. So our next app is the weather app. Now, you know what's so funny is that we actually use this all the time. Like every day we check what the weather is. Like in the morning we check, what the weather is, and in the evening we check what the weather is. So it's great for finding out what temperature it is, so you know what to wear. So especially if you're in the colder seasons, or pretty much any season, it gives you an idea of what you're supposed to wear because of how cold or how warm it is. You can also foresee if it's going to rain, so you can, you can bring an umbrella. And I really suggest you buy an umbrella before you get to Korea because it's a little bit pricey there. Yeah, so buy an umbrella even before you're there if you know it's gonna rain. So this app is only available with iPhones. So if you're using Android, you can use AccuWeather. I use this too. When I was using Android, I've been using AccuWeather. Actually, you can use any weather app that you like. I just like these two. But nowadays, actually, we just call on Siri. Like, so let's say I'm gonna go to Busan. I can always say, "Hey Siri, what's the weather in Busan, South Korea tomorrow?"
Expect partly cloudy skies in Busan, South Korea tomorrow. The high will be 27 degrees and the low will be 21.
Yeah, so there you go. And then I can check it out and I can see that there might be thunderstorms on other days. So yeah, weather app, have it installed. You probably already have it on your phone. So this next app, I'm pretty sure that most of you don't know it, and that's because you don't think about it. But since we've been there a few times, we understand the need for this app. So this is called Air Visual. So what it is, it's an air quality checker. So it checks the air quality of certain places. And why do you need this? This is especially useful during like the winter, towards the end winter, like first quarter of the year, to like springtime, about April. And the reason for this app is it can really get polluted in South Korea, and that's because there's yellow dust coming from China, and probably there's just really a lot of pollution. So that's why you're gonna see a lot of Koreans too wearing face masks, and if they're doing that, you might as well do that as well. So what I like about this app is it just tells you what kind of air quality there is, if it's good or if it's really polluted. So it advises you to wear a face mask, and face masks you can just buy anywhere in Korea. So yeah, that's super helpful. It's both available in Android and iOS. So the only thing I don't like about this app is it's not accurate when it comes to forecasting. Like tomorrow it's gonna say that the air quality is good, but then tomorrow comes and what happens is that it's red, which indicates that it's really bad air quality. So it's hard to prepare for tomorrow when it comes to air quality. But overall, it's still very useful because before you go out, you can actually check if you need to buy a mask or wear one if you already have one. So yeah, Air Visual, check it out. So this is the last app, and I've been using this for a long time, and I'm pretty sure most of you already know Google Translate, especially if you can type Hangul, the Korean characters, and you can see the actual translation. What's been cool about it, and I'm not sure when this came out, but we were able to test it when we were in Korea, is let's say they're Korean characters, your Hangul, you can just put up your phone like that, right? And there's a mode there wherein it's using augmented reality. Like if there's Korean text there, it's actually going to show in Roman letters here. It's like English, right? So it's like it transformed what was in there, which is super cool. So it allows you to read Hangul even though you don't know Hangul, right? So which is awesome. The technology isn't 100% yet, as you can see, but it's going to get there. So imagine the future would be like if you have like glasses over you and you can actually read certain things. That would be impressive and amazing. Glasses for augmented reality are being developed further, so it's pretty soon, I think. It's gonna happen. So there you have it, guys. I hope you liked that. If you have suggested apps that you want us to include for next time or try out, then do include it in the comments below. And if you have topics in mind too that you want us to discuss, comment down below too. Hopefully we can put it in our pipeline of content. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, and do add us up on Instagram. We love interacting, so don't hesitate. Just add us up, the KK Life Vlog. Alright folks, 안녕히 가세요. Until next time, you guys have a fun, happy Korea holiday. Vacation, whatever you call it. So what do you think, guys? Do you think we should include like K-drama stuff or like Korea culture and all that? Personally, I love watching K-drama. I love Korean food. I like Korean songs. I just love to hear Korean songs. I don't know, what do you think? What do you think? Let me know.